Hello, my name is Jenna Antonelli, and this is the vlog for the breakdowns of my video reference for my animation project. And what I have here is my video reference, obviously. If we just zoom out a bit, I could go step by step into the thought process. So I'm strutting like this because he's kind of, the character I have is kind of really cocky and like a Johnny Bravo type character. So obviously he would walk with his chest puffed out and his arms up by his sides like that, and kind of giving a swagger to his walk. And obviously my thought process is I need to do a walk thing. So right here I'm starting. I think I do an unintentional like squash and stretch, like I squash down right here and then I stretch up into the contact pose, and then it's passing up, contact, down, passing up, contact. And then I stop over here and I go up, and over here I'm realizing that the window is way too tall because originally he was strutting over here thinking that the window was easy peasy, he could easily open that. But now he's sizing it up like, oh, it's all the way up here, I can't reach that. So he looks around because he realized he made a mistake and he didn't want anyone catching it. So I changed it in the animation. I made it a little bit more of a cartoony type of way he goes about it. Obviously he does this, but I wanted to have him over here and just kind of reach up like, oh yeah, no big deal, instead of pausing and realizing his mistake like before. So then this is when he realizes that he made his mistake. Okay. So up here, I go from up here to down here, but I also turn my head to the side when I'm doing that, which is something I also changed. I want to give him time to react, so I put him down on the floor and I made him stare up at the window for a good few seconds before he goes and he starts to turn his head to the other sides. And then over here, I try to jump up to catch the window, but in the end it doesn't work. And here I do a bit of a, after I turn my head, I do a bit of a squash, stretch up on my tippy toes. Here he's going to be locking the legs out, and then I squash back down. So this is what I have so far for my initial animation. I've got the walking poses, and I got the walking poses here. Well, just a few of them. I've got the initial squashing, passing, contact, passing, contact, passing, contact. Oh, settle. And obviously his arm reaching up to touch the window, but he doesn't realize how tall it is until he actually feels it. And he's like, oh, that's pretty tall. So this is where he goes and he starts turning from side to side. I kind of made his hands settle by the wall because I thought it would look a little more like cheeky, I guess. And then here he does squash, stretches up, tries so hard, locks his knees out because he's trying way too hard to go up to the window. And then he squashes and settles back down to the floor. And I realize his leg looks a little wonky here. So I'm going to fix that in this pose over here too. It kind of looks like his arms are coming from up here in his chest. Not even his chest, his like where his neck meets his chest, and that is not good looking. I should have a little bit more going on with the antenna too. Maybe a little more action, emotion with the tail. And that's about it. That's about all I got so far, and all the mistakes I really caught. Maybe I could work better with this pose, like have his shoulder a little more out, this one a little more behind. Do something else with this hand. This one is a good pose. I think it's one of the best ones, aside from this one. But I've been trying to tweak this arm somehow, but I don't know what to do with this because it keeps hiding behind the tail, and it looks like he's got a little turd sticking out of his tail, and I don't want that effect. So I need to figure out what to do with this arm. But I think everything else is pretty good. So that was my vlog.